Ladies and gentlemen, when you think about boxing royalty in 2025, only a few names truly dominate the conversation. And one of them, without question, is Santos Saul Canelo Álvarez Barragán. Today, Canelo isn't just a fighter, he's an empire. With an estimated net worth of around $290 million, he stands as one of the richest athletes on the planet. His fortune has been built not only inside the ring, but also through savvy business deals. Gas stations, fashion lines, mobile networks, restaurants, convenience stores, real estate, and even film production. Experts predict he could be the first boxer to cross the $1 billion mark by 2026. But the road to this glittering empire was not paved in gold. It began in the modest streets of Guadalajara, Mexico, where a red-haired boy with freckles was teased, underestimated, and overlooked. That boy grew up to become boxing's most dominant face of the modern era. Early life. Canelo was born on July 18, 1990, in the small town of San Agustin, Jalisco, Mexico. He was the youngest of 8 children born to Santos Álvarez and Ana Maria Barragán. His family lived modestly. Survival meant hard work. The Álvarez kids helped their parents by selling paletas, homemade fruit popsicles, on buses and in crowded markets. And it was there, among the bustle of working-class Guadalajara, that young Saul earned his nickname Canelo, the Spanish word for cinnamon, because of his rare red hair and freckles. The family later moved to Junicatlan, and it was here where Canelo's destiny began to take shape. His older brother Rigoberto Álvarez, already a professional fighter, introduced him to boxing. By age 13, Canelo was putting on gloves, and within 2 years, he was a teenage prodigy with an amateur record of 44 wins and 2 losses. He didn't last long in classrooms. At 15 years old, Canelo dropped out of school and turned professional. While most kids his age were worried about homework, he was fighting grown men in small Mexican arenas, carrying the weight of his family's hopes on his shoulders. Personal life. Canelo has always been more than just a fighter. He's a deeply family-oriented man and a proud Catholic. His faith, often displayed in prayers before and after fights, is a reminder of the values instilled by his parents. In 2021, after years of high-profile relationships, he married Fernanda Gomez, the woman who had stood by him through thick and thin. Their wedding at Guadalajara Cathedral was nothing short of a royal affair, attended by celebrities, fellow athletes, and Mexico's elite. Canelo is also a devoted father. He has 4 children, 3 daughters and 1 son. While they come from different relationships, he has always been present in their lives, ensuring they grow up with opportunities he never had. Outside the ring, Álvarez is as relentless in business as he is in boxing. His ventures include Canelo Energy, his chain of gas stations in Mexico, Upper by Canelo, convenience stores, Canelo Store, a clothing and lifestyle line, iCan, a fitness app, Yautza, a healthy drink brand, Canelo Mobile, his US-based mobile service provider. He even stepped into Hollywood, making a cameo in Creed 3, 2023, and serving as an executive producer for the movie The Long Game, 2023. But perhaps most impressive is his quiet philanthropy. He's known for donating millions to children battling cancer, helping underprivileged families, and funding infrastructure projects in Jalisco. Professional career. The early years. Canelo turned pro at just 15, and his career skyrocketed. Fighting in Mexico against older, stronger opponents toughened him. By 2010, his skills caught international attention when he signed with Golden Boy Promotions. First world title. In 2011, at only 20 years old, Canelo became the WBC light middleweight champion, defeating Matthew Hatton. That victory marked the beginning of a glittering career that would span multiple weight divisions. The Mayweather lesson. In 2013, Canelo faced the legendary Floyd Mayweather Jr. in Las Vegas. Though he lost, the fight was a masterclass that reshaped him. Instead of breaking him, it motivated him to refine his style, adding patience, defense, and strategy to his natural aggression, conquering weight divisions. From there, Canelo rose through the ranks, defeated Miguel Cotto in 2015 to claim the middleweight title. Knocked out Amir Khan in 2016 with a devastating right hand that echoed through the boxing world. Moved up to light heavyweight and stunned Sergey Kovalev in 2019 with an 11th round knockout. Undisputed super middleweight king. In 2021, Canelo achieved what no one else had. He became the first undisputed super middleweight champion in boxing history, unifying the WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO titles after defeating Caleb Plant. Recent triumphs. From 2022 onward, he defended his legacy by beating Gennady Golovkin in their trilogy, Billy Joe Saunders, Callum Smith, Jamie Munguia, Edgar Berlanga, and most recently William Skull in May 2025, a fight that reaffirmed his dominance at 168 pounds. The future showdown. Now, the boxing world awaits September 13th, 2025, when Canelo will face Terrence "Bud" Crawford in Las Vegas. This fight is historic. Crawford aims to become the first man in history to win undisputed titles in 3 weight classes, while Canelo defends his throne as the face of modern boxing. The bout is expected to break records, streamed globally on Netflix. As of now, Canelo's record stands at 63 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws, with 39 knockouts. A living legend still writing history. House tour and car collection. Canelo lives in pure luxury. His Guadalajara mansion features sprawling gardens, a state-of-the-art gym, and custom-designed interiors. He also owns properties in the United States, including Las Vegas, befitting his status as boxing royalty. But where his personality truly shines is his car collection. Canelo is a supercar enthusiast with an estimated fleet worth over $20 million. Among his prized possessions, Bugatti Chiron, Ferrari LaFerrari, Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, Rolls-Royce Ghost, Mercedes-AMG G63 6x6, McLaren P1, Shelby Mustang, and Tesla Model X. In interviews, he once admitted owning over 30 cars, saying his Bugatti and LaFerrari alone were worth over $8 million combined. It's a collection that screams success, but also passion. Because for Canelo, cars are more than toys, they're symbols of how far he has come from selling popsicles in Guadalajara. Unlike many elite athletes, Canelo never attended college. In fact, his formal education ended when he chose boxing over school at 15. But what he lacked in textbooks, he made up for in discipline, street smarts, and an entrepreneurial mindset. Today, he runs businesses that many MBA graduates could only dream of managing. In a sense, his college was the boxing ring, and his professors were his trainers and opponents. As of today, Canelo Álvarez is alive and thriving. At 35 years old, he remains boxing's most bankable star and a cultural icon. There is no cause of death to report. Instead, the story of Canelo Álvarez is about life, triumph, and legacy still in the making. From the dusty streets of Jalisco to the glittering lights of Las Vegas, Canelo Álvarez has carved out one of the most inspiring stories in sports history. He's a fighter, a businessman, a family man, and above all, a symbol of perseverance. He began as a red-haired boy mocked for his freckles. Today, he's a global icon admired by millions. He dropped out of school at 15. Today, he manages a business empire worth hundreds of millions. He lost to Mayweather in 2013. Today, he's the undisputed king of his division. And the story is far from over. With blockbuster fights ahead, businesses booming, and his influence spreading across sports and entertainment, Canelo Álvarez isn't just a boxer. He's an empire in motion. His legacy? Not just in belts or dollars, but in proving that no matter where you start, with grit, faith, and determination, you can rise to unimaginable heights.